Yo, what is up, guys? Colby here, 412 here. Now, anyways, with the New Year's coming around, there's a lot going on. And basically, for today's video, I want to try something new to see what you guys think. Because for today's video, I'm going to be talking about backstories for the stars of Tuesday Night War today. In today's backstory, I'm going to be revealing to you right now who I'm going to be talking about. Sally Acorn. Basically, Sally Acorn has been on the show ever since 2017, and you guys are wondering, Cole, and I know you guys are probably going to be saying to yourselves, Cole, what's Sally Acorn's backstory? How did she get into the business to begin with? Well, basically, that's a good question, if anyone's asking that. I think it's time that I tell you a bit of backstory, because... So anyways, I just want to know what you guys think before we start. I'm going to tell you about the backstory, and I'm going to be telling you where I'm at right now. And guys, if you guys have not seen the Christmas special, I was all the way at California with my family at Disneyland. That was an awesome moment, and I believe that my family and I had a great time. If you guys seen that video, and if you guys have not seen it, I strongly suggest you go check it out, because it was an awesome time on that 412 movie to work on. So anyways, let's get to the backstory, shall we?
It began a very long time ago. When Sally Acorn was a ruler, she was a princess of her own kingdom named Mobotropolis. As time went on, that was until Dr. Robotnik took it over, and he named it Robotropolis. As time went on for Sally, she ran all the way to the woods until her friend Sonic got there. They were by themselves until years later they formed the Freedom Fighters, and the fight was on. As the war went on, Dr. Robotnik tried everything he could to stop them, but Sonic and Sally were victorious, and Dr. Robotnik was locked up, and Sally took back her kingdom the following day. Then, a few months later, Dr. Eggman came to town and took back the kingdom, and Sally Acorn disappeared without a trace, and Sonic never saw her again. And then, years later, in 2012, Colby Ham 412 created the Tuesday Night War training facility in Robotropolis, trying to create his own business and his own show. But then one day, Dr. Eggman took notice that he stepped right into the training facility at 412's office, and he said to him, "What do you think you're doing? This is my city. You need to pack your things and leave." And 412 took notice of the situation. On the other hand, though, that was a threat. But the only thing he saw in Dr. Eggman's hand was a check worth over $1 million. Well, if 412 was about to turn around and ignored every word he said, the only thing that Dr. Eggman did was he touched his shoulder and he said to him, "What do you think you're doing? I said pack your things and get out." Until 412 picked up the check from his hand. 412 was smiling, he was laughing, and then he grabbed Dr. Eggman's chest and he said to him, "I won't let you disrespect me in my own training facility that I just built, and you could take your money and you could shove it." And 412 put the money right in his mouth. He shoved that $1 million check in Dr. Eggman's mouth and kicked him out of the training facility. But as time drew near, Tuesday Night War got big in 2012 until the year 2013 struck and a new era begun. Until the day Sonic came to TNW along with his brother Manic and Sonya. But as Sonic drew near to his career, he became the first ever TNW United States Tag Team Champions with his brother Manic the following day. But Sonic was missing something. Someone he knew. Which happened to be Sally Acorn. One day when 412 was in his office, Sonic was on the other side of the door, and 412 was just looking through his papers, and then Sonic knocked on the door, and Colt 412 said, "Come in." And when Sonic came in, he asked for his help, and he said to him, "Colt 412, I need your help." And Colt 412 said, "Help? What do you need help for? What do you need?" And he said to him, "I need you to find someone for me." "Find someone? Who do you want me to find?" said Colt 412. "Well, her name is Sally." And Colt 412 was like, "What? Sally Acorn?" And he was like, "Yeah, wait, you know her?" And he said, "No, not personally, but I know who you're talking about. She was this very same person that you knew for a long time that took out Dr. Robotnik and had him locked up for a long time. I saw it all over the news." "Why, of course I'll help you, Sonic." When Sonic was very happy to hear about that, Colt 412, the next day, when it was closing time, 412 locked up the doors and he looked all over his hometown of Las Vegas. He looked everywhere, but couldn't find her. Then he couldn't give up. So one day he checked through Robotropolis. When he came all the way in Robotropolis, he looked around. But Sally was there. She was in a dark alley. But Robotropolis was filled with gangs, dangerous thugs, criminals. Until, while she was in the alley, and the gang was like, "Well, hello there. You in our alley." And she says, "Why don't you just back off, why don't you?" And they were like, "Now that's not an attitude for a lady to give." And afterwards, she tried to run from them, but she was blocked from another gang member. There were two of them. And 412 took notice, and he said, "What do you think you're doing? Let her go." And he said to him, "What are you going to do about it, old man?" When 412 had a smug on his face, he was smiling, and he said to him, "Who you calling old, kid?" And he says, "I'm talking to you, old man. What do you want?" And he said to him, "Well, I'll tell you one thing, kid. I suggest you let her go." He says, "Or what? She's in our alley, and this is our city. And as it is, we rule this city. And Dr. Eggman built us and brought us here ever since." And 412 said, "Is that a fact? Why don't we settle this in a wrestling match? If I win, you have to let her go, and she comes with me." And he says, right as 412 forgot to mention, he said to him, "If you win, you have to leave this city and never come back." When 412 heard that from the gang member, 412 said to him, "Well, isn't that an intriguing offer? I said to you, if you lose, you have to leave this city and never come back and take your gang with you." As they accepted, that was when they both said, "Deal." And 412 said, "Bring in the wrestling ring." 412 called for it, and the wrestling ring was high in the sky by two helicopters. Until one day, when the ring was brought down, he said, "Bring it on down." And then, the wrestling ring landed safely on the ground, not a single scratch. Then the fight was on. And the other gang member had a scared look on his face and was like, "Are you sure about this, man? I don't think we can do this." And he says, "Quiet down. This is my fight." And 412 said to him, "Come on, kid. Get in the ring. Get in the ring." As the fight was on, Colt 412 dominated the fight, while the other gang member looked on with a scared look on his face. But he didn't know who 412 was until he realized. He was like, "Oh no." And then 412 finished him off with the Boulder 412 stunner and won the fight. And he said to him, "A deal's a deal, kid. Now let her go." But the other gang member was so upset he got back on his feet and he grabbed a barbed wire baseball bat. But from out of the bloom, from out of nowhere, came the legendary Tajiri from behind. And 412 pointed out who was right behind him, and then Tajiri with the green mist right in his face. He was blinded, couldn't see. As he was swinging around that baseball bat, couldn't tell where he was hitting somebody or someone until 412 knocked him out with the Boulder 412 stunner. And 412 said to him, to the other gang member, and said to him, "Get out of here and take your green-eyed friend with you." After the fight was over, the gang members left, but Sally Acorn tried to run until Tajiri cut her off in front of the alley. And then Cole 412 said, "Are you Sally Acorn?" And then she says, "Yes. How do you know my name?" And then he says, "Sonic sent me. I've been looking for you. Because the problem is, looks like you're in a bit of trouble, and you need my help. Because I'm offering you a chance. If you join my show and learned everything from Tajiri here from A to Z, you will see Sonic again." After she heard everything, she accepted Cole 412's offer. But Tajiri was speaking in Japanese. Cole 412 didn't understand at first. Then a translator came in and he said to him, "What's in it for me?" As Tajiri was asking that question. And 412 said, "Well, Tajiri, if you train Sally Acorn from A to Z, from everything you know, then I might add you to my roster in 2019. What do you say? Do we have a deal?" And Tajiri spoke in Japanese again, and the translator said, "We have a deal." And as Sally Acorn began her training in Tajiri's dojo, as she learned A to Z, she learned everything, and then by the year of 2017, she was ready. Then one day, 412 got on the 412 pit the very same night. And Sonic the Hedgehog was a special guest, along with the rest of the SCM. And former TNW World Heavyweight Champion Sonic DMC was in the ring, along with the rest of the SCM, Finn the Human, and Sonic. And 412 said, "Now, Sonic, I have a surprise for you. It's an old friend of yours. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Sally Acorn." And Sonic with a big old smile on his face, and he saw Sally again. Then afterwards, right as Sally was about to say something, and then Paige came in, the Dogcat World Order champion, made her statement, and then Sally laid down the challenge for the Dogcat World Order Championship, and Paige accepted. And that was the same night where Sally became the champion. And that is how Sally Acorn became a part of Tuesday Night War today.
Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. As you guys can tell right now, before I forgot to mention, I'm telling you guys right now, I'm at my mom's house once again here in Arizona for New Year's, and I believe that this New Year is going to be big because 2019 is going to be a new era in Tuesday Night War in the video game world, plus in the real world for TNW Wrestling. If you guys have not seen the channel yet, because we got real life matches like with Cole 412 versus Jay Reigns and Noah Anderson. If you guys have not seen those matches, I strongly suggest you go check out the channel because that was an awesome match that we pulled off for you guys. So anyways, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more. And guys, remember, if you guys want to send me fan mail, look me up on Facebook Messenger, Google Hangouts, at Cole Behan. To look me up from there. If you guys want to send me fan mail, we'll work it out from there. So anyways, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. And be sure to tell DG, Grimm's Toy Show, and my friends, Mac Attack, Noah Anderson, Caden, and Chris Bay, and my good friend, who went from FSW, Lucha Underground, to none other than Impact Wrestling, my friend, Killer Cross. I said, what's up?